professor of security studies at Hasan Kalyoncu University. He joins us now live from Ankara. It's really good to see you, Professor, today. Now, this dispute started over a building, but there's a lot more to it than that, isn't there?
Yes, thanks for having me, Reverend. You know, Kirkuk has always been a point of concern for all ethnicities or administrations in Iraq. And if you go through the latest 5 to 6 years, well, Kirkuk has been the top agenda, especially for the Kurdish regional government, the peoples living in Kirkuk, and also the central government in Baghdad. And today they are discussing exactly if they could transfer the city under Kurdish regional government's authority or not. And this decision is really significant because on December 18th, there will be local elections in Iraq, and it will exclude the Kurdish cities at the north. That does mean it will be an informal annexation of Kirkuk to Kurdish regional government. So that's why mainly Turkomans and Arabs in Kirkuk are more concerned than any other.
Right, and Kirkuk, as we know, has been a city where of coexistence, where people of different ethnic backgrounds have lived together for decades. How is this going to threaten that, or will it threaten that?
Well, the Article 140 of the Iraqi Constitution had indicated for a three-step resolution to identify the status of Kirkuk. On the other hand, it expired. The article expired in 2007, and there's a further court decision which exceeds the limit of the Constitution that this normalization census and then referendum process should be implemented in Kirkuk. But there's no concrete step taken by the Iraqi central government, but a great political bargaining on Kirkuk. For instance, there was a meeting in Süleymaniye under the observation of current Prime Minister Sudani and Bafel Talabani, the leader of PUK, a political party in Süleymaniye, on how to conclude the Kirkuk issue, and they agreed to pass the city to the Kurdish administration. On the other hand, this situation is a bit strange because Bafel Talabani has close relations with Iran and also PKK.
Right.
So, you know, the situation is really complex right now.
It's interesting that you mentioned that, because I want to touch on something that Hakan Fidan had said. He said that peace and stability in Kirkuk has a direct impact on peace and stability in Iraq. What's Turkey's policy towards Iraq?
Well, the Turkish policy towards Iraq is very clear: stability and integrity. But if you go and check the Iranian stance towards Kirkuk or the overall Iraq, Iraq has become a sort of a dominated area by Iran. In this sense, any decision taken in Baghdad is somehow relevant to Iranian leadership. And I think Turkey does not want to see a third country who wants to dominate and identify the course of the country. Why? Because it's against the will of the public. So that's why Turkey is concerned. Iran is happy to see that all events are under their observation and control. But Iraqi government right now is really complicated. I mean, they do not know exactly what to serve, how to serve, and to whom they serve.
All right, Professor Murat Aslan, thank you so much for joining us here on TRT World and sharing that analysis with us.